anyhow, today let's talk about what you need to prepare before actually travel in China. So the first tip is entry requirement. You need visa to get inside of the China, so prepare it a few months earlier, which is usually recommended, and get that ready. Second is travel safety. So you might already be required in the visa that you need to cover some of the travel insurance before you actually go there. Just make sure you will be safe and it will be taken good care of during the whole stay in China. The third is flights and transport. The flights, I usually recommend you to book it a few months earlier because that's just more economy, more cheaper. And the transport, especially in a bigger city, tube is absolutely fine and it won't have strike or delayed or postponed, so it's very reliable. And if you want to hire a car, I think in the city like Shanghai you don't need to. However, if you in a little bit like Beijing, which is bigger, or some of the less popular city and the public transport isn't that great, then car is highly recommended too. That basically can make sure you can reach wherever you want to go. The fourth tip is language barrier. So I highly recommend you guys to learn a little bit of Mandarin before you actually go. Simple stuff like 你好,再见,你最近怎么样? Extra, this kind of stuff is very nice. Even in Shanghai, this kind of international big city, not every single person can speak English, especially for the older generation. So just learn some simple stuff, and Chinese people will usually feel much appreciated. Even they can speak English, they will feel much more happier and delighted when you speak tiny little bit of Mandarin to them. They will be so welcome and so much friendly to you. Well, the original is friendly, but more. And the fifth tip is culture. Know a little bit of the Chinese culture before you go is very helpful. For example, you know that Chinese people don't like to directly hug a stranger. So like in UK or Western culture, it's okay, we just first meet and nice to meet you and give a hug. However, it doesn't work in China. They might feel a little bit offended even. So just shake hands or nod hands, say nice to meet you is much more appropriate in China. And also Chinese people don't like small talk, not have that habit. So just be simple greeting is much they prefer. And the sixth tip is the internet. The internet is very important because China have barrier for the rest of the world. Like we only can use the stuff runs in China. We cannot use Facebook, we cannot use Instagram, we cannot use Google. So all of these won't work properly unless you pay some of the VPN to cross outside of China. But yeah, just remember these kind of stuff won't work properly inside of China, and the internet will be super slow once you use the VPN. And download some of the WeChat or most popular platform inside of China, WeChat or Baidu. This kind of stuff will be very useful when you translate or you meet a new friend, you want to keep connect. WeChat will be a very good tool to use. Final tip is the payment methods. So for China, I think it's already developed into that you really don't need cash. Usually we can just bring Alipay and Ding on the machine for everything. Unless you go to a very small town, I would expect, yes, you go to market, you will need some cash. However, nowadays the life changes so much, everything is just by phone. So you don't need to bring any cash inside. And just phone, download some Alipay to transfer some RMB, then yeah, you're all sorted. And hope you guys can enjoy your journey inside of China, and let me know if you got any more questions or concern about it. Have a good luck.